ESPN.
We are live on
KRNT
Facebook.
Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN. Des Moines sports leader. And that was gone! A Des Moines radio group station. The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. Good morning, Steve. How are you, everybody? Thanks to everybody watching us on Facebook Live, courtesy of Imperial RV Centers. Hey, Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. It's brought to you by the fine folks down there. And if you're looking for a good spot to store your camper, your boat, your ATVs, anything like that, you can get a 12 by 50 assigned spot, 24/7 secure gates, security cameras. Just call Tracy, Dick, or Danielle at 515-822-1362 and make an appointment, and they'll help you pick your spot. Good folks down there. I've been having my stuff down there almost 2 years now, and they do a great job. Morning, Fishing Dave. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everyone's having a good day today. We're going to have fun. We're going to be talking with Larry Mack, and we're going to be talking turkeys, the Iowa Deer Classic. And as promised, I've got a bunch of Iowa Deer Classic tickets we're going to be giving away today. Good morning, Tony. How are you? So, got Dustin filling in for Andrew this morning. I have no idea where Andrew went. Dustin, how you doing?
Good morning. Glad to be back on the show.
Well, I'm glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for getting up early and coming in and helping us here.
Anytime.
Morning, James. Good to see you. All right. Dustin's going to get Larry on the phone for me. While we're doing that, I want to thank everybody that came out to the Beast Feast last Saturday. We had a great event. I think it was 16 or 17 years.
This is the voice of Drake men's basketball, Michael Admire, and you're listening to 102.1 FM.
Just had to get Michael on there to say hi.
Yeah, that's all right. Had a bunch of people come out. I think that was 16 or 17 years we've been doing that, but we raised right around $60,000. Want to say really thanks to Larry McCoy. Larry was there. I want to say thanks to Larry. Good morning, Michael. Yeah, are you having problems, Dust?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Dr. Yagi. I don't know how else I can put this. Dr. Yagi. We had a really good item to give away, and Dr. Yagi from Advanced Family Dentistry was there, and we just he goes, Dan, whatever the top bid is that we get on this one item, I'll match it up to $5,000. And I couldn't believe it, but our first item up was a concert, and that went for $5,000, and Dr. Yagi matched it for $5,000. And so the first thing we auctioned off went for $10,000.
Yeah.
So thanks to Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi at Advanced Family Dentistry for helping out the Family Cancer Network. Morning, Michael. All right, we got, like I said, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about this morning. Larry's on the line. We'll go to him real quick. We're going to talk about turkey setups, decoys, bows, all that other fun stuff. And then in between the show, we're going to probably do morning, Richard. Dan Fisherman's swap meet today at the fairgrounds. There you go. I just told him. We're going to talk a lot and give you a chance to win some Iowa Deer Classic tickets. So let's head over to the phones and say goodbye, hello, how you doing to our little buddy Larry Mack. What's up, Larry?
What's going on? Just finishing up my Golden Grams.
You're not doing your 3 mile crunches?
I did those at 4:30. Yeah. Did those at 4:30. Now just finally finishing up my Golden Grams and Special K cereal.
Yeah.
No, just everybody was listening. No, I did not do stuff at 4:30.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I was staring at the back of my eyelids.
Was you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you, man. I was up at 4:30, not by choice though.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I just woke up and just couldn't go back to sleep.
You called. I know what you did. You called Andrew, didn't you? You guys were texting back and forth.
No, Andrew. I don't know where Andrew is. Dustin's running the boards today. Andrew's AWOL. I don't know where he's at.
Okay, well then you and Dustin, I know you guys are getting it done. You guys are planning their show out, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, either that or Dustin may have been cooking you breakfast.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Definitely. Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon would be good. Yeah.
Yep, eggs and bacon.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming up to the Beast Feast last week. I appreciate you donating that encore. And well, hey, hang on, Larry. Pastor Mark, good to see you out there in Indiana, buddy. Long time no talk. He says the Strutters are hitting it in Indiana. Good morning, Donovan. Donovan's listening, Larry. You better watch what you say
I figure
now.
old Donovan be listening. We've been going back and forth quite a bit the last couple of days.
Yeah. About what?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't tell you, Dan. I can't tell you. It's about where you're going to be turkey hunting this spring.
Yeah, I already know the score on that. You know, it's not even worth talking about between you and Phil.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about anything. If there's anybody that knows where turkeys are at, it's Donovan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I already know who gets the preferential treatment out of the three of us between Philip, you, and I. So.
Oh, well, I just get the first pick out of the donut box. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's fine. Thanks for coming up to the Beast Feast, you and Marcia, and donating that bow. I appreciate you doing that last week.
Yeah. No problem. Happy to support it. For sure. It's a good cause.
Yep. So I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but I mean, I flipped the switch earlier because you were still whacking deer up until like a week ago. You and Paul went down to Texas, but I've been fletching and getting all my stuff ready and just doing my turkey setups, getting all those ready, and I'm pretty fired up. I can't believe we're only about a month out now.
Yeah, it's creeping up on us, man. Time is just flying by. I mean, next week's Iowa Deer Classic. You know, it's like, wow. Yeah, but the turkeys are. When I was down in Texas, you know, we were hearing them gobble or watching them strut around. I had one. I was just calling one in my mouth and had one gobbling. So it'll definitely get you fired up. But it ain't gonna be long. I know everybody up north got all that snow and stuff. So the ground's gonna be wet for a while up there for as much snow as they got. But it's cold down here. Hopefully it's gonna warm up and we can start hearing some birds gobble around here anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Steve Scuba. We'll see you next week at the Classic, Scuba. Yeah, Scuba Steve. He's awesome. Jeff, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, let's see. So, you know, you didn't get, well, you were with me at the Beast Feast last week. Otherwise, you would have been down to the NWTF. But I guess let's just talk decoys real quick because I know Dave Smith came out with that new pruning hen. I haven't seen it yet, but from Phillips, I know you've seen it because I think you've seen pictures or whatever. But Phillips says that's really a nice looking decoy, Larry.
Yeah, I mean it's just like CSC. It is. I mean it looks about as real as it gets. It's a preening hen decoy. You know, it'll add some comfort stuff in your set, especially if you're only using one or two decoys. It actually wouldn't be a bad choice to use, especially as the season starts to progress, where you know their hens. The more comfortable the hen looks, actually, probably the more comfortable the tom's going to be coming in. So having that type of decoy in there could be beneficial for sure, and it does look amazing.
Morning, Daryl. So, you know, I always like using an alert hen, a feeding hen, and that breeding hen. And then I don't. It just depends on what decoy I want to grab as far as my Jake. But I think having one alert hen and a couple that are showing contentment postures, because there's always one or two hens looking up, and the rest are trying to feed or whatever. I think anytime you can emulate what they're used to seeing, I think it's always a better way to go.
It just depends on with me. Like I said, I usually just grab decoys and go, and I go, you know, make the best of it because the main thing is just making sure they're visible. And then once I know, hey, that I'm setting in an area where it's going to be visible, then I can dictate how I want my decoy set up. Because you can set them up, you know, to where they look beautiful, and look as real as they can be. But if they can't see them, you're having to call the birds that can't see what they're coming to. Like if you're hunting on the ground, which is great if you're hunting in the timber and stuff, because they're used to having to search and find. But when they go to an open field, that's why you see turkeys a lot of times with their head straight up, and so, because they're looking and they can see a long ways.
Yeah.
So any of those open areas like that, you try to get in an area where they can't see the decoys. They can choose to hunt with decoys. If you don't, as far as setting up, it's always best to get in the shade, of course. Try to find a shady spot or an overhanging limb or something that's going to provide just a little bit of shade for you, so you're not shining your gun or bow or whatever is shining. It's a lot harder for them to catch that movement that way. The other thing too is sometimes you can't get in the shade, so you got to create shade. So sometimes you do got to break a limb over the top of you. Use one of those stakeout blinds like the Newcomb blind. You can to pitch that over top if you have to, versus out in front, because shade is important. Creating some depth in between you and the decoys unit, so it's very important as far as for them to be able to see you and you stay hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that amazing how their behaviors change as the season goes? Like you could probably put whatever kind of setup or spread you want first of the season, and then as you get later, their attitudes or behavior really changes.
Yeah, and deer the same way. But yeah, turkeys as the season goes on, and they have been hunted. There's been times where I've hunted with just a single strut decoy, and it works just great, and I've hunted with a single hen or without decoys. And there's also been times where I've had the same setup, 3 days in a row, and they didn't come the first 2 days, and for some reason they came the third day. So, but as the season progresses, yeah, I like to change the way I look, especially if I'm hunting the same piece of property. Because it's and people fall into the pattern, the same calling sequences and the same rhythm as far as if they're on their yelps and everything. It's always kind of good to mix it up. Just make sure that cadence is turkey. Listen to with the internet nowadays, you can Google what a hen turkey sound like and start to listen to some of those cadences and match those cadences and try to mix it up so you're not educating them on your calling.
Yeah. That's for sure. Daryl, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Russell, good morning on Facebook Live. We appreciate you listening and watching. So I don't know about you, Larry, but I've always said I'm living proof anybody can kill a turkey, because I'm never going to be confused with a world champion turkey caller. But
well, part of it too is good hunters being able to have the time to look and see and scout and know where the turkeys are at or where they want to be is important too, because sometimes you don't have to call that much. Hardly at all, or if at all any, if you're there whenever they want to be there,
Yeah.
And a lot of times you can see a lot of good turkey activity with that style of hunting, because they are doing their own thing. So you can actually see a lot of turkeys being turkeys and stuff that you normally don't see, because when you're calling to them, they're reacting, which is awesome as well.
Well, there you go. Daryl Simmer, happy birthday, buddy. Good to see you this morning. Well, the point I'm making is, there's a lot of folks that are, ever since COVID hit, and we're out of it now, thank the Lord on that. But a lot of folks got into hunting first time, or a lot of folks went back into hunting, and you don't have to be intimidated about trying to make the perfect call or worrying about how you can get out there, and if you can learn how to just do a cluck, a yelp, a purr, you can be successful and have fun doing it. So don't let the calls intimidate you from worrying about being successful. And I think just hanging out with you and Philip and Donovan and Jeff Jorgensen over the years, the most important thing I've learned is I try to emulate what I'm hearing the hens do. I try to sound like that lead hen as much as I can. And then I try to see what that tom's temperature is. And when I started paying attention to that, things really started happening for me.
Yeah, if and you're exactly right. I mean, don't be intimidated by the calls. If you haven't ran turkey calls before or wanting to learn how to run turkey calls, one of the best things you can do is listen to turkeys. And there's multiple ways to do that. There's apps. There's almost all the call companies out there have some sort of audio files, but as well. And but a lot of times, like I said, you learn kind of as you go. Doesn't mean you're not, because you can't. Because you're learning how to run a call, don't be afraid of the call.
Yeah.
Go out there and listen. And just like you said, if you hear turkeys, try to mimic what they're doing. Because if you can actually start communicating with that hen, that's a lot of times what will fire up a tom turkey, a big old gobbler to come investigate or come in if he wasn't roosted with him.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, my calling ability is where it's at. When Paul edits the Respect the Game TV segments that I turn in, he'll call Larry and actually say, "Did you hear this?"
He's like, is he trying to get him shot gobble?
Well, is he Sasquatch hunting? What's he doing? Hey, it works.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, and that's why I love watching turkeys and learning about kind of how they maneuver. Because there's sometimes, there's times where it's you got to fight the elements. You got to make sure they can hear you. Sometimes there's not enough real estate to be closer to them where you need to be. So you've got to kind of set up where you think you're going to go. There can be a lot of guessing to it as well. But if you can definitely set up and call, make sure they can hear you. And once they hear you, and hopefully you can have eyes on them, and you're going to know, what you're doing, if they like it or if they don't.
Yeah.
Everybody knows there's those 1-7 birds every year that you're after when they pitch down off the roots, they sit out in the middle of the field and they just sit there and strut around in circles and don't move. And
well, it's because they want the hens to go to them.
Yeah, well, in a lot of cases, yeah, that is the case.
Yeah.
Or they're just wanting to sit out there and show off and drive the feathers off or whatever as well. That's going to come to every call.
The hardest thing for me. I'm sorry, Larry. I didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say the hardest thing for me is when I got them fired up and calling back, like you and Ryan, like when you guys were out there in them layout blinds last year. Mm-hmm. You guys were in the wide open. You got turkeys at 5 feet in front of you. The hardest thing for me is if I'm self-filming, if I'm not around you guys, it's just if the gobble, every time I call he answers, but I can tell he's not getting closer, and I'll just put my calls down for 20, 30 minutes, and a lot of times they just come in quiet. They can't take it. But that's so hard to do when you got a strutter out there at 70, 60, 70 yards. It's hard to put that call down sometimes.
Well, I could tell. Oh, there's no doubt. And a lot of times I won't put it down. A lot of times if I can get to the cover, like for instance, those right there, those birds last year when we were out in the open, we weren't in the right field. We weren't in the field that they wanted to be in. They were in across the creek, but it was windy, and that's one of the things when I say elements, you got to fight because they're not going to respond to you if they don't hear you. So literally 4 times we just eased up through the cover, called to where they could hear us. Once they could hear us, then we slipped back to our setup and just kind of walked the birds back to where we were, and then got set up, and then they ended up coming because they couldn't hear us for 2 hours of us calling.
Yeah,
we could see them across the field, more just like, but literally they couldn't hear us. But once they got to where they could hear us because of the wind, things changed.
Well, it was super windy that day too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Derek's watching us. Derek Eves. He says, "Scratch those leaves."
Oh, you know, buddy.
Yep. Definitely makes a change when they hear that scratching. That's for sure. Hey,
associate get another sound associated in there for sure.
Yep.
Sort of natural sound, and that could definitely make a difference.
Yep. Larry Mack, hang on. I got to hit a real quick break. We'll be right back with Larry McCoy from Respect the Game TV on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A...
We'll give away a set of tickets here when we come back, guys.
start to my day.
Alright.
So I don't need them to come on. Just
Oh, you don't need the people on.
yeah, we'll just take like the
Whoever calls.
yeah.
Besides Mr. Marty.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit.
Um,
Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Use Chick-fil-A gas paid for their testimonials.
First 5 or
Give me your here. I'll give you the answer to the trivia question. 18. Okay, if they give you that answer, that's the winner. Okay.
how many are you gonna do right now? Just one?
I'll just do a pair. Yeah. And then every break we'll do a pair, so we'll do 3. Yeah. Next hour I don't have a guest, so we can just funnel through them.
Sounds good.
Mm.
Have you done it? Are you gonna keep Larry on while you do it?
Comes to food plot
Have you done it
seed and
before?
deer feed,
Can I
the
be on both lines?
Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their
Should
food
be able
plot
to.
plans like Trophy Acre,
Not
Lazy
sure. I
Acre,
just don't
Clover
want to go
Deluxe,
to
Did you call him on the guest line?
to their
I'm on
attractants
the
like
main
Game
line right now,
Changers,
but I
Sweet
think there's
Stuff,
2
and
lines,
Buck
so it
Roberts. The
switches
best way to
over.
put it is,
But
if you're not using Backwoods Attractions
I'll wait till
products,
Larry's
you better
gone.
hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attractions
Just to make
has
sure.
the feed and
Well, I was
seed
gonna keep him
for
the hour.
hunting property. So do
We
yourself
got
a favor,
we got
swing
enough
by,
time to get
support your
5.
local co-op
Yeah.
or farm
Yeah.
supply
Right
store
about it.
and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Yeah, whenever you call a guest, you should always do it on that guest line.
We'd like to introduce you to Arctic
Yeah.
Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game,
Does it say guest line?
supplies cold and fresh.
It says main line and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think there's only 3 lines.
Yeah, I thought there's only 2. Maybe there's 3.
And does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish.
Oh, thanks, Derek. Appreciate that.
Ice packs that will keep your game or fish.
Yeah, those RTG YouTube segments are awesome.
Really freeze things up. Try the Tundra packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel.
Morning, Bill.
For tailgating or camping, try the chilling brew packs. It'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer.
Man, I
than
tell you
what a
what,
bag of ice
I
can.
got hot,
You
now I'm
want your
getting cold.
fish or
This
camping
one's always
goods to
usually
stay
cold,
fresh
if I
and
remember
cold as
right.
possible. Without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Like a warm week, though.
Refill the tank.
I'll take it.
Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukegan?
It was supposed to be 40 today, isn't it?
Burgers and handmade
43,
ice cream
53
shakes
tomorrow.
waiting for you at
Yeah.
Central
Then
Standard
we're supposed to get a
Restaurant.
ton of
They
rain.
specialize in great
Yep,
food
storm
like
Sunday
buttermilk
night.
fried chicken,
Yeah.
smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones
About
in
2
your
minutes.
crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back in their day, cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry out is always
When's your
available
first
at Central
turkey
Standard.
trip coming up here?
April.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
April
Start.
4th, 3rd, something like that.
Where are
Yeah,
you
we're about a
going?
month
Iowa,
out.
or are you going
Kansas. Kansas, and then I'll start hunting here, and then Missouri.
When you're getting ready
That'll
to
probably be
outfit
it.
your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in
All the states
Ankeny
pretty
that's your
different on the
one-stop outdoor shop.
their
That's
seasons, or are they
Sportsman's
pretty
Warehouse.
similar?
The
On, like,
Sportsman's
just
Warehouse
weekends,
has
or
everything you need from fishing, hunting, firearms,
It's just,
and
well, here I'll
equipment
hunt
that
during the
will make
day,
any outdoor
you know.
trip a success.
So,
Sportsman's
because I got
Warehouse
like
carries
Wednesday, I do
all
that
the
Wednesday drive show, which is a mini like this show. I do it a half hour, and then Wednesday night I do that paranormal. It's called Unknown Files. That's at 7, and then I got to tape 3 shows during the week that I run on the app. Yeah.
Has all the footwear and clothing choices at great
Good morning, Cheyenne.
Make sure you are outdoors in comfort and
Morning, Layden.
if you're traveling, you can also go shop 24/7 at sportsmanswarehouse.com.
Y'all ready to go chase some birds?
Your next outdoor adventure, make sure that you check out
I am.
Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over
Back
at
after this
Speed's
one.
Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility cars.
Oh, I'm ready, buddy.
We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts and all
I've been ready since January. I've been shooting in my basement.
we've got here at Speed's Golf Cars. Got the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dave
Morning, Hank.
on Des Moines
Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. My guest is Larry McCoy from Respect the Game TV. We're talking turkeys this morning, and we were talking a little bit about just what to do, where you're at when you're calling. And Larry Mack, we got a new partner on the shows this year, Mr. Todd Rupert with Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. And I know you when you and I met him, you actually met him before I did because I was over talking to Chris. You were over there playing with the calls, but we met him in Pennsylvania when we went out and did seminars. What was it, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2 years?
No, I believe it was last spring, wasn't it?
It all runs together, man. I can't remember. Maybe it was last year. All I know is all the way back from Pennsylvania, I kept hearing how well those calls were made.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed, when I went over to the booth and was looking at all the way from the box calls to the different pot calls that they had, just the craftsmanship and the sound. Overall sound, you can tell that there was some heart and soul put behind each one of those calls because they just ran so easy. The calls finished really well, meaning they had a good front end and a good back end on the calls. It was just super, super easy for whether you're a beginner or an experienced turkey hunter. It was really impressive. So it really sparked a lot of conversation and interest on my part to get to know Todd and talk quite a bit about how we can work together on the show, and so we're super, super excited about the partnership because they are about as fine of turkey calls I've ever ran.
Yeah, I love them. Man, the box calls. Those are some of the nicest box calls I've ever owned, and I know that's saying something, but I just the workmanship that he puts in them things, and they get out there big time.
Yeah, it's just that he has a waterproof striker that is that I keep going to as well. It's just really nice, really on any of the surfaces that I've done, whether it be aluminum, glass, crystal, or slate. It's that striker seems to. If you want a little higher pitch to get through there, you can get it. And the call's going to run. So I'm like I said, I've been super, super impressed with the calls. I'm anxious to get out in the woods this spring with them, and but I've been running quite a few of them with a few that I have, and I'm like I said, I know we're anxious to get out in the woods with them.
Yeah, Cheyenne says he's definitely anxious to get out and harvest his first turkey with a bow. So you go get him, Cheyenne. Send me a pic.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's sure. Awesome. Hey, what do you and what's really funny, folks, is it's like when we're all hunting and stuff, and if I got a bird hanging up, I'll text Larry or Ryan and say, hey, I got this bird doing this. What would you do? I've never had an animal get me talking to myself as much as I have turkeys. That's why I love to hunt them so much. They bug me sometimes.
Well, the thing is, though, is people have their methods, and which is great. There's so many different methods. Some of the stuff we were talking about earlier, yeah, it's worked for me. Does it work every time? No, it doesn't. And I love going to consumer shows and talking to people and learning from other hunters as well, because we have to learn from one another because every situation is different. The terrain that you're hunting is different. You may be hunting out west, and a method that you use back in Iowa or Ohio or wherever you're hunting may end up working out there as well. So it's we don't know everything. The wild animals, so it's like we can just make our best educated guess. But having knowledge from other hunters and listening to their success stories and learning from them is very vital to a lot of my success as well. So that's one thing that I can say is listen to other hunters. Ask them the questions about that and about how they were set up and stuff. Because that's what I do. And you just got to learn from one another. I've learned a lot from Donovan out there. I've learned a lot from a lot of different hunters and stuff, and actually just being out there from that, and then going, using it in the field. It's pretty awesome because I can always think back to that conversation and be like, man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I just, we all talk to one another and talk about strategies and, hey, this is what's going on. What do you think? It's nice to have a bunch of guys that you're tight with that you can, bounce ideas off when things ain't going the way you want it to go.
Yeah, because I mean, I like to. I mean, as you know, I mean, I'll push the envelope on all of the things. I mean, you know, if I get busted, I get busted. But
Yeah.
at least I tried. But at least I tried. I mean, I'll go out and lay in a wheat field on my belly if I have to, or on my back, and hope that they're there. Especially if I watch that bird out in the middle of that field for 3 days in a row. I'm not going to keep doing the same thing and just watch him. I'm going to try to go out there where he wants to be. So.
Yeah, you know that George Lynch fella?
Oh, I know of him. Yeah, old Georgie Porgy.
Yeah, he said tell you hi.
Well, me and George go way back. He's a that guy right there. He's a legend in the waterfowl world, and also just an all around great hunter.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a super great dude, and couldn't be happier to call him a buddy. That's for sure.
Yeah, him and Diane, they're good people. Worst turkey experience of my life, or one of the most humbling, is when I went to Minnesota a couple years ago. Remember that? And I was up there calling, and the only thing I had answering me back were loons. You remember that? It's like, what in the world is going on? Yeah.
Hey, there's some trips like that. It's it's. I've been on some trips where I've had to walk. I mean, the bird just try to locate a bird, walk, set up, and then just because they just weren't talking, and then finally it's crazy, like down here in Missouri, you get to put at 1 o'clock, and so it's like at 12:45 you hear your first gobble. It's like, really?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. Good morning, Pat. Good to see you this morning. When they come off that roost, they got those hens and stuff right there. So, a lot of times I think, especially if you're taking kids, in my humble opinion, there's nothing wrong with letting them sleep in a little bit and get out there at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, slip in there. Because by, 9, 10 o'clock, that's some of the best hunting of the day.
For sure. And like it goes right back to the terrain and everything, the property. Sometimes the property that you're hunting, the birds aren't roosting on your property, but they do go to your property after the fact. So you may be there, you may be at your property, but you're listening to the birds way off on the neighbor's property, knowing that they're not going to show up till 10 o'clock in the morning, because that's usually when you're when they make it over to your property. So every piece of property is different, and that's one of the most key things right there. Honestly, even more important than calling is knowing the property. Know the property, know what's around you. I know people that listen to me say all the time, one of the key things, if you're hunting a piece of property, is know the surrounding property too. Know where the crop fields are. Know where the creeks and stuff, how they flow through the properties. That's going to help you be successful on your property. And so you learn how the turkey and deer will navigate through your property.
Yeah. Yeah. Clint, say good morning to you. Good morning, Clint. Hey, Larry, hang on. I got to take another quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about broadheads for turkeys, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back with Larry McCoy on the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archery.
What's up, everybody?
Generations. They have the experience.
Now morning, Chris. Good to see you, bud. Now I'm thinking about a big old plate of biscuits and gravy. Oh, that biscuits and gravy down to Triple H, Connie's, the camp cook. That stuff's... You can eat that for breakfast and not be hungry until dinner. That stuff's awesome.
It should be.
Yeah.
Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training.
Derek, you be good, man. Good to see you. Take care of that family.
That'll help you fill your tags.
Morning, Jeff.
Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500. Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask
There you go, Chris. Tell everybody I said hi.
I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa.
Morning, John. Tell the missus hi.
What it does for the state of Iowa. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here.
That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail. Yeah, Brant, walleye and potatoes always sounds good, buddy. I could eat that for breakfast. Not a problem. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering. Thanks, Chris. You too, bud. All across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website at huntingworksforiowa.com.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're I'm ready for some like 50, 50, 60 degree days. Riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing,
yeah, just we could get 4 or 5 weeks of just 50, 50, 60 degree days. Awesome.
Itasca has sizes and styles.
I don't want to go up to 90. Just
I actually have spring for once.
It'd be nice to have spring. You get up to 60, 63, so those mushrooms start popping. Crappies start moving in.
Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin.
Now I've got biscuits and gravy on the brain.
Visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are
got another hour.
Every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday.
Big old fluffy biscuits, buttermilk.
Right off I-35. Revelton Distillery
Definitely make me hungry now.
Grocery and other retailers.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
Please check them out online at
Not much today, I don't think.
or visit them at the distillery.
You guys off on the weekends?
Right now, March. This was here last weekend, actually, depending on how the weather and stuff.
You guys work 7 days a week then?
Hello,
we'll have
this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urban.
Season starts now.
Well, spring training's in, they're already there, aren't they?
We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting
they'll be back a few days,
as well as folks who like to hunt.
Waffles sound better. There you go, Hank. Nothing wrong with waffles.
We accept trades on all types of guns.
Sweet and
we'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith
just working.
that can help with all your gun repair needs. So
yep.
ammo,
I've been kind of revamping my greenhouse. I'm start some flowers tomorrow, I think, maybe.
we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply.
Yeah.
Please stop by and see us at 16.
Good morning, Mark.
Douglas Avenue in Irvingdale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Larry McCoy from Respect to Game TV. Boy, Larry, with the turkey shorts that Paul and you guys have been putting, Ryan have been putting on RTG Living's been really getting some good traction, bud.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's that time of year, we're just trying to keep stuff relevant, and we're excited to get out and get some new content as well to get out there. Yeah, the YouTube page is really. People have received it really well. We're, like I said, our series RTG Living is going to continue to thrive, and we're working on actually getting, more episodes per season as well as we move on. But we appreciate everybody going over and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go to Respect to Game TV on YouTube and subscribe to that channel, and let us know what you think of some of the content for sure, or let us know if you'd like to see something else. We'd like I said, I'm always open, my ears are always open to listen to hear what people want to see, and we'll go out and see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, broadheads this year. Now, last couple seasons, I've started off with solid decaps. You guys got me hooked on that, and that's a very challenging way to bow hunt. But I think this year, Larry, we got that new torch out from Slick Trick last year, and you gave me a prototype at Donovan's, and I actually got my Iowa bird with that one. I think that's what I'm going to bow hunt all year with is that torch.
Yeah, I'm not. The torch is awesome it's awesome for deer. It's awesome for turkey as well. It does. It's a 2-inch cut. It's got a titanium tip. The heads are they're tough. And yeah, I killed multiple birds with it last year, and we had a lot of success with it. The other one, assailant's always good, but it's going to penetrate well. It's great deer or big game broadhead as well. If you want that kind of hybrid style, it's a great choice as well. And then obviously that McCoy Raptor trick, it's going to penetrate. It's a 2-inch cut as well with a single bevel offset, just like the other ones, and it's made to penetrate as well. So any shot placement's important, but yeah, the torch does leave a little bit of room for error, I guess, because just because of the way the blades deploy, you're going to have a big entrance hole, so it'll slow that bird down quite a bit.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place to shoot them when you're shooting if you're not shooting a decap, where's your favorite place to shoot them?
Depends on how they're facing. If they're quartered away, I'll hit them what looks like a little bit back, like in between where they're. Usually, if you notice on a turkey's wing, if they're not in full strut or if they are in full strut, there'll be a line of feathers that kind of makes a half circle there, and that goes up to the wing butt, towards the wing butt. So a lot of people, when they see a turkey, they're being told to follow the leg up. When they follow the leg up, a lot of people assume that they go straight up from their feet, then it goes back, but their legs actually go up and then they go forward just a little bit. So because the body's not real big, so that's actually where that leg is going to meet. So anywhere from that line in the wings, the wing butt, if you can get into that area there, you should be able to get into vitals.
Yeah, Brandon says shoot him in the old Texas hard shot.
That'll definitely do it.
Yeah, I can't say what you said. He said something star. I'm not going to say that on the radio.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's for sure. It'll. And I've had to do that a couple times. Or there's that one broadhead that is super deadly. It's not really a broadhead, but it's become pretty popular. It's called TSS. Mm-hmm. That'll do a number on them.
When was that Missouri last year when you shot that with that was it Apex ammo?
Yes.
And you Ryan slowed it down and you saw the shot and the birds just disintegrated.
Yeah, you could see the head. That TSS, it's amazing. You know, for the shotgun hunters and stuff out there. Like I said, I'm not opposed to picking up a boomstick and calling them in and doing it that way either. Just we just got to get out there and do it. And I was really impressed with just patterning TSS compared to some of the traditional shot. It's crazy. I mean, some of the hybrid loads, the 9s, 7.5s, 8, 7.5s, and 9s, mixes that's together. You just got to have a lot of shot in there and the pattern's tight, pattern's good, and I mean, I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, boy, that bird didn't go anywhere either. I'm telling you. And you called that bird from a long way. What'd you say? He was a half-mile away or so?
I don't know how. He was a long ways. We could just barely hear him. Matter of fact, Brian's like, that ain't no turkey gobbling. I was like, man, I know it was a turkey gobbling. I'm pretty sure he thinks it sound like a turkey. I don't think I'm hearing crap. And I got up, walked, and was just screaming on the box going. And finally, he was getting a little bit louder, and a little bit louder. And just ended up coming all the way in. He covered some ground in a hurry. And it was just one of those mornings where it worked out. We found one that wanted to play the game.
Yeah. Hey, do you think Ken Huser's ever going to learn how to identify turkey and deer right?
Dude, I'll tell you right now. I think he can. We'll probably he's probably got to read a few more books, but he'll get it better.
Yeah, that's Ryan's dad, everybody. I love giving him trouble. Yeah, I tell you what, he's a fine fisherman. He knows how to fish really good. Hey, speaking of that, have you? What do you think of those Trica rods, man?
I'll tell you, I'm super, super impressed. They're about everything you want in a rod. You can tell the thought that went into just a grip, whether it be a casting or a spinning rod. They're super, super light, sensitive. They've got enough backbone. I mean, I'm anxious to get out there and rip a lip with some, but from what I've seen of them, they're definitely up to what everybody's talking about. I mean, they're pretty legit.
Yeah, I know you like ripping lips, man. That's fun. Semper Fi, Todd. Thanks for watching this morning. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, Larry, I got to take one more break. I'm gonna hold you one more break, and then when we come back, I want to talk about the Era and the Omnia. For if people are looking for a bow hunting bow for turkeys, we got two options for you. And Larry's taking animals with both of them on the TV show. You'll be seeing that pretty soon. But we're gonna finish up with that. Is that all right, Mac?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. Slick Trick just added to their arsenal with a new torch slick trick. This mechanical head is a clear game changer. Raptor trick, Viper trick, and Magnum heads are still available, as well as the standard slick trick that just won another award for best broadhead. They all offer bone-crushing penetration.
I still can't purr with a call in my. I can purr with a slate ball, but I put that mouth call in and I can't do it. I wish I could. I just know why, because that's a purr, turkey purr. I just can't do it with a mouth call. I don't know what it is about it. I can take that old slate or that glass call and I can cluck and purr. I can make sweet music with that thing.
Stick with that, huh?
Yeah, I'll just stick with that. Yeah. I wish I could use a mouth call better. I can yelp okay. It's when I first started hunting, I sounded like a wounded seal. Oh, it was awful.
Have any luck with that?
Yeah. Morning, Dalton. I mean, I can yelp okay now, but I can excited yelp a little bit with it, but that's it.
I'm sure some people are really good with it.
Oh, Larry can talk turkey like crazy. Larry on an elk tube or a turkey call. Larry's really good. So is Philip, and yeah, I'm not even in the same league ballpark as them guys. I'm a Lou. I'd be like 1A, if that. I might be 1B.
Check out all these products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at camprite.com. That's camprite with a K.com.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with the decoy. I hear you, Brandon. And then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy. Yeah, some folks they can't handle that they get that choke reflex because they, I don't get that anymore, but. Man, you just want to make sure you got a good seal in your mouth, but yeah, I wish I just can't purr. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about Alive Action Decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're gonna. I've actually got caught moving the camera and a turkey came in. Morning, Charlie. And I couldn't get my call, so I just do that and it's worked. Yeah, but I don't recommend that.
It's good to have a camera too. Sounds pretty good.
It's fair. It's fair. Some of the worst calls I've ever heard were real turkeys. I mean,
it's not always perfect, right?
It's like, who is over there calling? And then here comes a hen, you know. I hear you, Bran.
I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life.
So apparently we got one line down on the phone, so all next hour is all we're doing is giving. I'm going to do fishing reports and stuff, and we're giving tickets away the whole hour. So hang in there. That's why we haven't taken any calls yet, if you're wondering.
The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you,
one more after this one.
Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at
the
New
top
Life.
hour break
515-225-4006.
There you go, Hank. Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. Go look them up on Facebook, Hank.
24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you.
They're beautiful, man.
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available.
Super nice
Gear
guy.
that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions
We just got that
guarantee.
57 break,
Trika
right?
rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchase. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika rods at Trika.com. That's TRIKA.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Morning, Putski. What's up, Hall of Famer? Hey, welcome back to It's the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. I got Larry McCoy. Larry McCoy, Paul Butsky's watching us.
All right, yeah, he's the legend.
Yeah, and we'll find a nicer guy. Hey, Paul, I've got a Pennsylvania turkey hunt all lined up for next year. Our buddy Todd Rupert with Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls has got us some land and a cabin. So Larry, me, and maybe Ryan or Paul, we're going to head up that way next year. And if you can make it, man, we want you to come and hunt with us in Pennsylvania. That's so, man, would that not be a great show having Paul Butsky in camp?
Oh, absolutely. Love to have Paul Butsky in camp with us. Yeah.
Paul, it'd be in May, so I'll let you know, pal, when I get the dates. But hey,
he's about as fine a guy there is in the industry.
I'll echo that every time. He's always been kind to me. Good morning, Stewie. Stewie says hi.
Stewie.
That's our pal Matt Stewie. Hey, Larry, the Era and the Omnia. Now, you've been out with both of them, and I think this is the first time I've been with Elite 6 years now, 7 years. It's getting up there. I don't think I've ever seen you frit over a bow because you love both of them like this before.
Yeah, I mean they both have the same cam system. It's just they look just a little bit different machines. Obviously, the Era is the first carbon bow that Elite ever produced, and the story behind that. There was it was a 3-year venture for the engineers up there, and through the different renditions of the bow coming, it was very important that we were going to do a carbon bow, or Elite was going to do a carbon bow, that it had all of the attributes that Elite's known for: the smooth draw cycle, the high let-off, and even more so the new set technology tuning feature that makes it super easy to broadhead tune and tune your bow, all the way down to really being able to customize it by adjusting the let-off and to the way that each particular shooter shoots. And they were able to do that and to develop a bow with a 7 1/4 inch brace height that performs the way that bow does. It's because I was never a big carbon fan, and I know I say that quite a bit as far as if I was going to pick a carbon or aluminum bow, I'd always pick an aluminum bow. But this bow really made me think twice about that. They did a phenomenal job as far as just the look of the bow as well. It looks like an aluminum bow. The lines, the riser, everything has and it just performs really, really good.
Well, last July when you got the prototype for the Omnia and you said, boy, I wish I could tell you what's going on, but I can't. I hate you when you do that to me. But you said
Well, when you
I'm.
ask,
Huh?
I mean, I'm not going to fib to you. I'm just going to
I've never shot this well in my life. I can't get over it. I say, hey, what are you doing? I'm shooting. It's like every day I call him, he's shooting. I just know how much you were impressed by that Omnia. And I love mine. I finally got mine because I always get mine last because the 60-pound limbs come out last. But I got to tell you, Larry, that's probably one of the most dead, forgiving in your hand bows I've ever shot.
The Omnia is, it's a beast of a bow as well, and it's obviously aluminum riser, machined aluminum riser. And that bow, that flings them out there. I mean, it's got a 347 IBO. Like I said, the same cam system as the Era as well, and the bow just shoots really, really well. Super smooth, to be able to produce those speeds. The bow is 100% elite. Feels great, and even with the 6-inch brace height, it's super forgiving. I've been, like I said, if someone were to ask me which bow to pick, it'd be very, very hard for me to actually, settle down and pick one of them. They both shoot extremely well. It really comes down to, what's your budget. If you really like the carbon bow or haven't experienced the carbon bow and want to, the Era may be a choice for you. If they are, as far as they cost a little bit more than the aluminum bow. So if you're just in the market for a new bow, if you're used to an aluminum bow, you're going to be happy with either one of those bows.
Well, a bow is such a personal thing. And a lot of folks are brand loyal. A lot of Matthews shooters love Matthews, and elite shooters love Elite, and Hoyt, PSE, and etc. But with some of the new technology and stuff, you taught me this more when I first met you. You want to go and shoot 7 or 8 different bows and see what the feel and what the attributes are, because every shooter's different. And sometimes you'd be surprised on what you settle up liking the best.
I'll tell you, and even that's one thing about Elite is they really have a bow for everyone. Mm-hmm. And even if say you shoot the 2 flagships, which is the Omnia and the Era, but you go down to the terrain, you shoot it as well, because you may end up. That bow shoots phenomenal as well at a really, really aggressive price point. It's affordable and for what you're getting, and without cutting corners, you still have the good limb pockets. Everything is still tight. It's just you may not have the set technology. You may have this, but the bow feels really good and you shoot it really well. Ultimately, you should always pick a bow that you're comfortable with. In all seriousness, the archery industry, the bow companies out there, we've evolved greatly, and there's so many great bows out there. The good bows, good performing bows are all going to perform, and it's up to you as a shooter to say, this one feels good to me. And that's where the shootability challenge came from with Elite, because we recognize that, so all the other bow brands out there have, they make a good solid bow. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. So the shootability challenge is just let Elite be part of that conversation. When you go to archery, field, and sports to shoot bows, shoot an Elite too. Put it in your hands. Let us be part of that conversation.
Absolutely. Hey, we got to run, buddy. Thanks for doing an hour with me today. You're going to be at the Deer Classic next weekend, and I appreciate you spending some time in the Outdoor Call radio booth with me. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, for sure. Always excited about the Iowa Deer Classic. So excited to see everybody up there. If you got questions or want to stop by and say hi, just stop by. I'd love to hear from everybody and hear some success stories, show some pictures and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Somebody wants to get a hold of you. What's the best way to do it, Mac?
They can message me on any of the social media platforms, Respect the Game TV, my Instagram, Larry McCoy 15, or Larry McCoy on Facebook. Like I said, Respect the Game TV. You can send a message in there, and don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, we're always open to hear from you if you have questions about anything. If I don't have an answer, we'll make sure we try to get you one.
There you go. Go have fun at the farm, bud.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
All right, there he goes, Larry Mack. I'll be back after these fine words from our sponsors. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know
call everybody
where
back
you're at
afterwards
walking
to
in?
get their information.
Have you ever heard of he always gets their phone number, and then after the show he goes in. That way you got more time.
That's what I
Always
figured.
have with you. The onX Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The onX Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. onX is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want Raven and I found a shed this week. Information that will help you be a better hunter. Go download the onX Hunt app in your app store. He was all happy. Yeah.
Save big bucks at the Iowa Deer Classic, loaded with the latest
He's still
archery and
learning.
shooting equipment, hunting
But
gear,
we found one.
It's fun, though.
land
Oh, yeah.
experts, big game outfitters, utility vehicles, food plots and equipment, and
I'm not
lots
happy
more.
about all this rain, man. Fields are going to be a muddy mess.
Shoot the Hoyt 300 and 3D events.
It was nice because it was cold. I could drive right through the field, and we. Yeah, I didn't have to go get the four-wheeler, but yeah, next week I'll have to bring the four-wheeler out there.
Show on Earth, March 3rd
Especially
through
if hunting
5th,
freezer
Iowa
out, man,
Event Center,
hard
Des
day.
Moines.
Oh, it's not. That's going to be a mess.
You see his scrape line.
It's always fun to the dogs too. It's mud everywhere.
Oh, my back seat. Yeah, my back seat. Yeah, yeah. I got a back seat cover, and it's just cake. I gotta. Yeah.
Scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products.
Yeah, I went out and changed. I got 2 cameras running, and
Fixation and power
had changed batteries. And
Scents are available in
Getting
powder
all
and
ready
liquid
this
form
season?
to last long.
I'll run them I'll run cameras all year. Just I want to see what they're doing, and I put mineral out on the bedding area, and I always do that in January because as soon as they're done with the rut, they need to hit that mineral to get their body back, and they start dropping. That's you want that mineral. You want to have all that mineral and vitamins and stuff in them.
Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook.
Yeah, but they're hitting that mineral hard right now.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. And that was gone! A Des Moines Radio Group station.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Thanks to Larry Mack for spending an hour with us there. Hey, are you going to the dentist lately? You need a new dentist? I want you to go see my friends over at Advanced Family Dentistry. Especially if you're new to the area and looking for a dentist, you won't find nicer people. I've been going out there for several years now. He is my dentist. He's a Jedi dentist because he uses the Force to calm me down because I'm such a big baby when it comes to... I hate it, man. I tell you, I hate it. Yeah, they'll take great care of you. Dr. Stewart, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi will all take great care of you there, whether it's cleaning cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, just general dentistry care. If you have somebody that has sleep apnea, they can help you with that. They can even help you with cosmetic dentistry. If you want to give them a call at 515-964-1490 or go check them online at ankenysmiles.com, you'll see what all the fuss is about. They've been voted one of the best dentist practices in Ankeny for several years running now. And once you go to Advanced Family Dentistry, you're going to see why. 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. And when you leave, they should say, "May the floss be with you," because he's a Jedi dentist. There you go. All right, hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite. We appreciate everybody at Elite. Go take the shootability challenge like Larry and I just talked about. 244-1350, 244-1350. If you want to call in, we're going to try and give some tickets away. While we're doing that, Dustin's going to line some calls up. We got a lot to do in the next hour here, so let me do that. Hey, Deer Classic, if you come to booth 905, that's our booth. Larry and I will be there all weekend. Might have a really cool thing for you. Until I know for sure, I'll tell you Wednesday on the show. Wednesday, I'll know by then for sure. Come on by. We're going to be giving away some really cool turkey packages. I got a brand new Newcomb ground blind, which is one of the most compact movable blinds you will ever try in your life. They are really, really cool. I'm going to give away one of those. Yeah, and now there's going to be 2 or 3 packages, so everybody's going to get the same thing. You're going to get a Newcomb blind, You're going to get a brand new Dave Smith hen decoy, which is, in my humble opinion, some of the best decoys in the world. You're going to get a Tacticam camera to help film your hunts. And you're going to get a live-action decoy turkey tom steak. So there's 4 great things for you, but I'm not done yet. Nuke and blind, Tacticam camera, the live-action decoy, nuke and blind. Am I missing? What am I saying? What?
You want him on? Or?
Yeah, we'll talk to him. Yeah, just keep him on. Now, see, I'm sidetracked now. All right, let's start over. Nuke and blind, Tacticam camera, live-action decoy tom steak, Rupert's Roost in Peace, turkey call. What am I missing? Is that right? Anyway, it's a bunch. I thought I had 5 things in there. Was that 4? It's my 3rd grade education
I'm not very
key.
good at counting either. So.
A live-action decoy, Dave Smith decoy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 things. Yeah, I was right.
Perfect.
Man, it's too early. Who's on the line?
We've got Tom on the line.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good to see you, Tom.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What are you up to today?
Good show. Well, got a couple of meetings I got to go to, but I won't be out in the field for anything today.
Well, that's all right. All right, Tom, here's your trivia question. What is another name for a male turkey, Tom? Tom, ding, ding, ding. I don't know how you got that, Tom. You're amazing. Congratulations, buddy. We'll call you after the show. We got a pair of tickets for you.
Sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you. All right. Morning, Sammy. That's my buddy Donovan's son. My military friend. He's in the Air Force. Good to see you, Sammy. Let's see. So 244-1350. We'll take another call while we're doing that. So come out to booth 905, and we'll show you how you can register for those turkey packs. I got something else cooking too, but I won't tell you about that till Wednesday. It's got to do with Elite. But if you're gonna buy a bow, don't buy a bow till the Deer Classic next week, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth your while. See, I'd love to tell you more, but I'm going to keep the suspense built up. There you go. 244-1350 if you want to call in for some outdoor Iowa Deer Classic tickets, because it's all about the outdoors. While Dustin's doing that, he's gonna line up a call. I'm gonna tell you about some outdoor news. Black bass catch and release regulations on upper boundary of the Middle Raccoon River has moved upstream. Good morning, Richard. How you doing, buddy? Well, I hope to see you next weekend, Richard. Jake, it's 244-1350. That's the number to call. 244-1350. I'll make it easy on you. Trust me. The Lennon Mills Dam has served as the upper boundary to the black bass, both smallmouth and largemouth bass catch and release regulations in the Middle Raccoon River since it was established more than 35 years ago. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources is moving that boundary at 1.5 miles upstream to Lake Panorama Dam. The move will provide a more definitive boundary for the fishery. Catch and release regulations from Lake Panorama Dam to Redfield Dam maximizes the unique smallmouth fishery in the Middle Raccoon. The habitat that supports this fishery starts at Lake Panorama Dam and extends downstream to the dam at Redfield. The fish population creates high angling use in that area. Future repairs to the Leon Mills Dam will likely include fish passage connecting the downstream small bass population with the population above the dam. Signs notifying anglers of this change will be posted at the access points along the river. The regulation boundary change is listed at the 2003 Iowa Fishing Regulations book. There you go. 244-1350. 244-1350. I'll even give you the question ahead of time. You ready? How many individual feathers does a turkey have in its tail fan normally? How many individual feathers does a tom turkey have in his tail fan? Man, I asked this young guy a question at the beast feed. I said, how many turkey hunters I got in here? And I said, who knows a lot about turkey hunting? So this young guy raised his hand. I said, all right, within 500, how many individual feathers on the whole body of a turkey? He goes, 2,300. I said, eh. And then I felt bad, because that's a hard question. It's around 5,500 actually. But anyway, I gave him a $50 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse. I said that was a real hard question. Here you go. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I would have guessed. 5,500.
Well, according to biologists, it's around 5,500 most of them. 5,500 to 5,700. But I said within 500.
So he was only half about.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a hard question.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason I know that is because I've been doing the show for 26 years. I get people still mad at me when I say, what is a turkey's beard made of? Because they'll say hair. There's no hair on a turkey. It's all feathers. Yeah. It's made of feathers. And they get mad at me. That's not true. It's hair. I said, well, you call the DNR and you get a biologist to call me back and say it's hair, and I'll give you a prize.
Have you gotten that call?
Oh, no.
No.
Because it's made of feathers. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I might not know much, but I know what a turkey beard's made of. 244-1350. 244-1350. Come on. You want to go to Iowa Deer Classic? I got a pair of tickets waiting right here for you. All you got to do is call. Let's see. Walleye season closed February 15th on the Iowa Great Lakes. Let's see. Spirit East West Okoboji Lakes is open through February 14th. And so that's closed as well. It will close after that date, and it's going to reopen on May 6th. How about that? So don't be taking walleye. Or if you get one, let them go. I'm going to do the fishing reports, but I got 6 things. Hey, the swap meet's going on this weekend. If you like to fish, don't forget about that. Richard's down there. Go see Richard. Tell Richard I said hi.
Yep. Nope.
We could. Morning, Paul. What's up, buddy?
You're correct. Yes. I can. I'll just call you back. You got it
You
already.
got it? Well, I want to say hi. Who is it?
I want to put you on, and Dan can talk to you here in a second.
Yeah.
We got Hank.
Is it Hank? Good morning, Hank. How you doing? Hank?
Hello?
What are you doing? Hank?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you there?
I'm here.
How many feathers?
18.
You sure about that?
I am.
Where are you from, Hank?
Osceola.
Are you sure it's 18? Because down there they always have a feather loose somewhere.
Well, you have that when you get in southern Iowa.
What's going on at Revelton? Anything exciting?
No, not this weekend. I don't think. We have our live band from 4 to 7, but I'm going to be working on vehicles for my daughter this weekend, so I won't be there.
Hey, how'd the barbecue thing turn out?
Actually, it turned out pretty good. It sounds like they had a good turnout, a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I look like, man, if I wasn't doing the Beast Feast, I would have went to that.
Me too.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, buddy, you got some tickets. Congrats. You taking a wife?
I don't know who I'm going to take yet. She's not into that kind of thing, so it'll probably be my brother-in-law, maybe.
Yeah. All right, well, make sure you stop by the booth.
We will.
Yeah, you can bring me a little flask of something if you want.
I'll see what I can work up.
Yeah, and Larry would want one, too.
I can keep you guys in mind.
It's not out yet, is it? You're not. You know what I'm saying, right?
I do.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. With nothing to announce yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. It's killing me. I got a whiskey. They got this new rye whiskey coming out, and I'm telling you what, this is going to be some awesome whiskey sours, man.
I'd love to give it a try.
Closer.
Do what, Hank?
It's getting closer and closer. But we're not quite there yet. We
All right.
are. It's just around the corner. So.
I know. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling.
You bet. Take care.
All right. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff says he tried calling, but it just rings. That's because we had people on the line, Jeff.
Call back.
Call back. All right, 8:13 and some change here on 1350 ESPN. Let me hit a real quick break, and if you want to call up, Dustin can line some calls up. We'll be right back.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite.
I saw it ring right when I got him on air, and I didn't want to.
That's all right.
Lose him.
Well, you're not going to lose them. You can take 2 calls.
I've done it before where it drops, so that's been a couple years ago.
It should.
Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance.
Oh, man.
Limited features
I could definitely get into some crappie fishing today. I'm telling you. Well, I don't. Is there any hint? There's really no place to fish right now, except you go in the river. Yeah. Well, I tell you where I'd like to be right now is Mississippi. They're smoking the crappie down in Mississippi at Lake Grenada. I mean, 2-3 pound crappie. They're like that. I mean,
I didn't get out ice fishing this year.
I didn't.
I would do it, but it's a little bit iffy here. I feel like.
No,
it's cold enough.
It was good. Well, no, the ice was good. They were catching some good ice fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Minnesota's been on fire too. I haven't even. I gotta get up there. I gotta take a week off and just go fishing. Hi, TJ. Good morning. My buddy's up there spearing and catching crappies and 7-8 inch bluegill.
That's some big bluegill.
Oh, they're big bluegill. Yeah, they got 22 inches of snow the other day up there. 22 inches of snow.
Just snowed for like 3 days straight or something?
One day.
Yeah,
they had that big snow last week. Yeah. 22 inches. That's a lot. Morning, Tim.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment.
I realized I got like a foot out in Oregon.
California got snow. Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
I don't know what to do with that. They don't have no equipment.
So, yeah, they get snow down in Alabama, Mississippi, and stuff. It shuts the whole state down. They don't know how to drive in it. Minnesota, they're used to it. They just get the snowmobile out. Yeah.
Including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod option.
Yeah, next weekend's going to be busy, man. That Deer Classics.
Are you doing the show here then?
I'll do the show out there from the booth, yeah. You know, that's always one of my favorite times to do the show. Because I'll be at the Deer Classic at 6:30 in the morning, and there is nobody there. It's just me, so I can walk around the Deer Classic and see everything. Yeah, I can walk the whole show in like 15 minutes. It's awesome. Yeah.
Is the doors open at 9 then?
9, yeah.
As soon as you're done, people start.
Yeah, as soon as I get off the air, people come filing in. John's got a scooter. I can hop on that scooter and zip. Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
For 50 years, they carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full.
Raven was so happy this week getting out there shed hunting.
Imperial RV can finance on site.
I need to get him out doing more stuff.
We also have a full-service parts
He's
department
3.
for anything you might need to keep your camper
Yeah, I
going.
can't believe that little stinker's 3 already.
Located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-42.
That dog is so spoiled. I had to stop and get a cheeseburger on the way home and split it with him. Yeah. He was hungry. Yeah. He was grunting at me. So I pulled into Quick Star and I cut it in half and gave him half, and he was 2 bites. As soon as I did that, he went to sleep. TJ, it was awesome. I think we raised almost $60,000. It was crazy. Good event. That's going to help a lot of people.
Let's go to the S2. The S2 release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward
Family Cancer Network.
2 triggers. You get
They do a lot of good stuff here in Iowa for people.
Third, let's go to the Select. The Select is a back tension offering that has grooves in the handle to eliminate any slipping. It also comes with 2 moons, so you can fine-tune adjust to get the shot to break whenever you want.
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait to get down to my Scott Archery dealer and check these out. If you want more information, folks, go check them out at scottarchery.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. 244-1350, 244-1350 if you want to call in. I got tickets to give away. Do I need to give you a trivia question? Trivia question. Okay, this is easy. What did Raven find at the farm this week? What did Raven find at the farm this week? I just said it like 5 minutes ago. All right. Black Hawk Lake Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report today. Ice thickness is 244-1350. Call in. Dustin will get you on the line. What did Raven find in the woods at the farm this week? Ice thickness is 12 to 13 inches off the Ice House Point boat ramp. Ice near the boat ramp is not pulled away from the shore. Aerators in the town bay are in operation. Expect open water and thin ice in those areas. Anglers can also fish open water at the fish house in Tom Bay. The area directly underneath the structure is kept open with small water agitation. Black crappie bite is fair. Yellow perch are fair. Black Hawk pits, ice thickness is about 7 inches off the main boat ramp. Brushy Creek ice has pulled away from the shore in some areas, including the north boat ramp. Reports of anglers still using the south boat ramp to access the ice. Ice thickness ranges from 0 to 12 inches. Did I just say thicknesses? I think I slurred that one. Ice thickness, ice around trees, shore, in some areas at the south end of the lake is more variable and thinner. Use caution and check ice thickness often. Black crappie bite is fair. Gills are fair. Walleye are fair. Yes, sir. Kevin.
Got Kevin on.
Let's go see what Kevin's up to. Hi, Kev.
How you doing, Dan?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just waiting for bird season.
For bird season?
Yep.
You mean turkeys?
That's what I mean.
That's what you mean. What did Raven find in the woods this week?
I think he found a shed.
That's correct. What kind of shed? Double door, single door, what? I'm kidding, Kevin.
Deer shed. You're funny, yeah.
All right, buddy. You got a pair of tickets to the Deer Classic, and we'll call you back after the show. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Kev. Appreciate you listening. Yep. I thought it was funny. You know.
I thought it was pretty good.
Single shed. Yeah. Was it a she shed?
That's the real question.
Yeah, was it a she shed? Big Creek. Hey, I got another pair. 244-1350. 244-1350. Here's my next trivia question. Wow, is it 8:22 already? Wow.
It is. Just turned.
8:22. Let's see. My next trivia question is. Okay, I told you I was going to be at booth 905, right? What booth will I be at the Iowa Deer Classic? 244-1350. I'll give you 2 tickets. See, I just threw a lot of numbers in there.
That's a tough one. A lot of numbers, yeah.
A lot of numbers in there. See if they're paying attention. Ice thickness 7 to 9 inches. Some of the edges at access points are weak. Black crappie bite is slow. They want to try jigging minnows or waxies on glow jigs over the brush piles on the upper half of the lake and along the roadbed out to the ensign shelter on the east shore. East bite is early. Best bite is early in the morning and late evening. West Okoboji ice thickness is still 20 plus inches at Emerson Bay and Howards Bay. 18 inches at Treboji, and West Okoboji is relatively free of any hazards or any heaves. Bluegill bite in late Emerson Bay is out to Treboji has been slower as the fish have been a little more finicky. Walleye season is closed. Black crappie bite is fair. Yellow perch are fair. Hey, there you go, Tony. Tony says he's hearing turkeys. You got somebody?
We've got Jerry on.
Jerry, what's up?
Oh, not a whole lot. How you doing today, Stan?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. What booth am I gonna be at?
Well, now that's a tough one. I think it's 905.
Ah, ding, ding, ding. Hey, congratulations. We'll call you after the show.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you listening.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye. There he goes. There goes Jerry. Let's see. All right, that's the fishing report. I told you it was kind of uneventful. Let's see. No Smoking Joe Smeltzer today because I don't know. He's out on doing something. Hey, I want to thank the fine folks at Carl Chevrolet real quick. My truck was malfunctioning. I left the Beast Feast the other night and it started misfiring. And it's like, well, this ain't good. So I drove it over to Carl Chevrolet and old Randy Munson. I called Randy Munson. I'm at the dealership. My truck's not running. What? That's right. Old Randy came and got me. Now that's a friend right there.
Friend and great service.
I'm telling you, great service and a good friend. So he anyway, he got my truck in. That was on Sunday, and they got my truck back to me on Wednesday. They got everything fixed, and old Mav's running great, man.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So thanks to everybody at Carl Chevrolet. If you go see Smokin' Joe Smelter during the week when he's there, he's going to give you a great deal. And Joe said they got special programs going on, financing, and all that other good stuff. Go check him out. Smokin' Joe Smelter at Carl Chevrolet at our labor at the Rock.
We got another pair to give away, right?
Yeah, you got a call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them on here in a second.
Yeah. I didn't give a trivia question though.
No,
just get them on there. We'll do a cold call. A cold call. I used to do cold calls.
Who am I speaking
with?
Just to confirm, you'd like to call Cole Thompson.
Okay, now see, did you see that? All I said was I used to do cold calls, and my phone Siri starts firing up. I didn't even touch her and saying, "You want to call Cole?" I didn't say that. I said I used to do cold calls. I'm telling you, this technology stuff is getting crazy.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
What's the matter?
That was Jerry calling back. He gave me the wrong phone number
I
previously.
got you.
Got to make sure you call him back.
Hi, Paula. Good to see you. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350. If you want to call in and wear, you can wear them. If you want to win them, but I would rather you win them than wear them. A pair of Iowa Deer Classic tickets. I'm going to tell you about that. Let me take a real quick break, and I'll tell you, we'll start talking stuff about the Classic when we come back.
Our dogs are part of the family.
I can't enunciate today.
Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the area.
I don't remember now. Manifold? I had 15 misfire codes. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 11,000 miles on it. Hey, I'm glad it happened here because I drove it to Alberta and back, and it drove great. But man, can you imagine that would have happened up there?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Good timing, I guess.
Yeah, I love that truck, man. That truck's awesome.
For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com.
Hello, this is ESPN. Who am I speaking with?
Outdoors Dan recommended and
Hey,
rated
Jeff, how you doing?
approved.
Good. Can I get your phone number?
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera.
Look at that. Turkeys in Minnesota.
The new reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever.
We're in the middle of a break right now. Should be 2 minutes.
But the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras.
Yeah, we don't have a question yet. We can ask you when we get on.
You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The reveal offers half-second trigger speeds.
Yeah, we just had somebody win right before that. And,
4G and LTE wireless modules.
That's where I was turkey hunting out there. That's my buddy Gary.
LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera.
Okay, well, it'll be about 4 minutes or 3
pictures
minutes
and
or
much
so.
more.
If
Again,
that's okay with
plans
you.
starting as low as $5
Okay.
a month. The
Sounds
new
good. We'll
Reveal
put
by
you through, give it a listen, and you'll know.
Can you believe that? Minnesota. See all that snow?
RevealCellCam.com for more info.
As we head to the field this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on
if you got a question in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I do. Look at all that snow.
Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go
Not anything like that.
That's nuts.
It's sad and brown here.
items that could be used as a splint if needed.
That's at the gas station.
Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have
1, 2, 3. There's at least 8 strutters in that video.
This includes a high-quality pet carrier, trips, a blaze orange hunting bag,
Crazy.
makes your pet more visible and provides protection.
Crazy, I'm telling you. Who would have ever thought turkeys would make it in northern Minnesota? They're making it all the way up through Canada. All that snow.
Westfield
You're okay with it, huh?
Yeah, they eat like seeds and stuff off the trees, like the pines.
Mm-hmm.
They eat stuff like that, which is crazy. I would have never, because usually they think you got to scratch to get something to eat. They're eating
Right off the trees.
right off the trees. Yeah, they just. And turkeys can go about 11 days without eating. Did you know that? 11 days. That's a good trivia question.
That's really good.
Yeah. I learned that from Jim the other day.
I've learned a bunch this morning.
Jim Coffey, our turkey biologist. 11 days. Can you imagine going 11 days not eating? I'd be hungry.
The WorkSharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time.
How many tickets we give away? 3?
WorkSharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA.
Yeah. This will be our 5th set? Okay.
Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp
Really?
knife, consider checking out one of the WorkSharp knife and tool sharpeners or the WorkSharp guided field sharpener at a store near
Tom,
you.
Hank,
Or anytime at
Kevin,
WorkSharpTools.com.
Jerry.
Now we got Jeff on.
That's WorkSharpTools.com.
Tom, Hank, Kevin, Jerry.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably
Then Jeff.
love to transform
That'd be
your
5.
wild game into delicious
One more
meals
minute.
or great tasting snacks.
1, 2, 3, 4,
High Mountain
5.
Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best tasting
A lot of numbers
sausage,
this morning.
smack sticks, or
Yeah.
jerky around.
And
High Mountain Seasonings
too cold to take
offers
my shoe
simple,
off.
easy-to-use kits that are used at home,
You
including
get past
3 new
the
sodium
4
blends
fingers.
that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling
it'll be nice
steaks
and warm
or
when we go
smoking your
outside.
favorite
Yeah.
meats taste even better with their specialty
It
spices,
was like 11 when I got here.
marinades, and rubs for deer,
It's 15.
elk, or your
Yeah.
favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens
Morning,
and grills
Jed.
all across the country. Look for High Mountain
Almost
Seasonings
time to go down the hillies.
or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to
seconds.
himtnjerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good US of A. Let's head over to the phones. Believe we got Jeff on the line. We'll see what he is up to. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Good morning, Dan.
You want a pair of Deer Classic tickets?
That'd be awesome.
What do you call the little deal that hangs off a turkey's nose that can change size?
Change size?
Do you do a lot of turkey hunting?
No.
Okay. What do you like to do in the outdoors?
Fish, pheasant hunt, deer hunt.
Okay. Well, I'll give you this. What do you call when you have a buck? And I'll help you with this if you need help. Okay. What's the challenge call of a mature whitetail buck? What do they do when they have a challenge?
They fight.
What call do they make? What sound do they make? Jeff?
They grunt.
Well, that's not a challenge, a grunt, but what when you hear a deer go what is that?
Deer bleat, deer blow,
Say snort wheeze, Jeff.
snort wheeze.
There you go. A snort wheeze is a challenge call. Hey man, you got a pair of tickets.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. We'll call you back after the show, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't think that would be that hard.
He did tell me he had just woke up. So
Oh, did he?
needed to,
Well,
you got his brain going now. So
well,
you're set for the day.
Maybe he didn't know what a snort wheeze was. A grunt could probably be considered maybe a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe burp, I don't know.
He won anyway, right?
He won. Hey, we're all about the winners, man. We want people to win. So that's 5 pairs. Let me see what I got here. I got to give a couple more tickets away. One. So let me see. Let's do 2 more calls at least.
All right, I got somebody right here. I'll line them up in a minute.
All right. You do that. All right. So the Deer Classic is going to be Friday, March 3rd. The doors open at 3 p.m. and will be open until 9. Saturday, March 4th, the doors open at 9 a.m. and run till 7. Sunday.
Can I get your phone number, Gary?
Be there. March 5th is, remember that? Remember they used to do that when I was a kid. You got to be at the big car extravaganza Sunday. March 5th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're going to have a veteran military day, and they're going to have a ladies' night. Friday night is ladies' night. And then Sunday, they're having a military day. So make sure you check that out. Larry and I will be at the Outdoor Call Radio booth at booth 905, where you can come, and we're going to tell you about the Outdoor Call Radio app and let you register for those turkey packs and some other fun stuff. Who do you got?
We've got Gary all set.
Gary, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, Dan.
How you doing, Gary?
Good.
How
are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. You want to go to the Deer Classic?
Absolutely.
Are you a turkey hunter?
I am.
What do you call that little deal that hangs off a turkey's nose, on top of his nose, that can change size?
Waddle?
On top of his nose. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an S and ends with a D.
Snood.
Snood! There you go. It's snood. I always thought that would be, hey, what's snood with you, man?
Well, just heading to work.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, congrats. We'll call you after the show and get all your info, okay?
All right, thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you listening.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. You got another person lined up?
Not yet.
244-1350. 244-1350. I want as many of you going to the Deer Classics as I can. I still got tickets. I got tickets. We got phone lines. You can call. Let your fingers do some walking. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Iowa Deer Classic. Don't come on down. They got a whole bunch of things. They got really good seminar speakers, including our buddy, Mr. George Lynch. Georgie's going to be doing some turkey calls and waterfowl calling and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then they got some really good seminar speakers this year. So you want to get out there and take advantage of that.
If you win, I'll call you back after the show.
And I want to tell you about what I got cooking with Elite, but I said Wednesday. You're going to want to listen to Wednesday's show. You really are. Who do you got there, sir?
We've got David.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you doing, Dave?
Great.
You a turkey hunter?
Yes.
What kind of turkeys do you like to hunt?
Gobblers?
Well, I mean, like Easterns, Merriams, Rios.
I've shot one Rio.
Have you?
The other ones are all Easterns.
Okay. All right.
Shot one in Kansas a couple years ago.
Well, good for you, man. That's awesome. I'm going to give you a real super easy turkey question. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's one of the best ways to judge the age of a turkey?
With the beard.
Try the on the leg.
Oh, the spurs.
The spurs.
My eyes aren't that good.
Is that well? I mean, after you get your tag on them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's why they always ask you when you call in your bird information. They always ask you how big the spur was.
How long the spurs are? Sure.
Yeah. You happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you got a pair of tickets.
Great.
We're going to call you after the show.
Thank you, Dan.
Hey, may you fill many tags this year.
Thank you. I'll try.
Thanks, buddy. Stop by the booth and say hi.
I will.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
All right. And another great show. Got to run. Have a great weekend and see you at the Deer. Thank you, Mike Simmons. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Let me take another quick break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to suffer, and you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is helping people with pain every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and you got 7 winners?
7 winners, yep.
It's also 7 winners.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That can cause me stomach issues to get relief.
Can we do 8? Want to do one more?
I got somebody calling right now.
Drops, gummies,
Yep.
and other CBD
Line 'em up.
products that have been helping folks all around this country. These products are totally natural and are not habit forming.
Line 'em
They will
up.
just help you start feeling like your old self again.
So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief or reduce your daily stress, please go check out Emperor1CBD.com. Why could you not look at a beard and see the age? Well, here's one reason. If it's an adult Tom, okay, you got a Tom out there. What if it's got beard rot and the beard's only this big? It's not going to tell you how old that Tom is, right? Spurs are usually my understanding, what biologists look at to classify the age. Because if they got beard rot, you're not gonna be able to see. That makes sense, Luke? So, I'm just going by what the professionals tell me. I'm just a guy that plays radio on TV. Oh, Lordy. Lordy. What's Andrew doing today?
What was he going to do today? I think he said he was volunteering at possibly a wheelchair basketball tournament.
Oh, was he?
I think. Yeah. He said he usually helps him in the afternoon, but had a morning shift for him today, I guess.
It's even more important to make sure your home
That's
is
nice.
the right temperature and
he says he's pretty busy, it sounds.
Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000.
Yeah, I got to get Andrew to set up a target at the ballpark. I want to try. I'm going to shoot a target out from like the upper deck. See, would be like 80 yards.
Down to
center field.
And operated business
from the
that has been
outfield
serving
deck.
Iowa residents and businesses for over
Plenty
70
options
years.
you could do.
They offer 24-hour service in programs
That'd be
like
fun
the
to do.
Peace of Mind Plan for
Put a
less
deer
than
target out there.
$50 a month.
Just have people come shoot. Or...
Well, no, I don't think they're going to let it. I just want to come out there and shoot. You know, right above.
Swing by one day.
Huh?
Swing by one day.
Yeah, just put a big old deer target out there, center field, get above the home plate, get in the upper deck, and see if I could hit it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it?
Boy, the river, the raccoon's finally up a little bit.
Finally good to see.
Yeah. You know, there's usually good fishing down there by the ballpark.
I know. We see people on big cats out there.
Yeah.
And we always say our lunch break we're going to do that. But I think Andrew went once maybe. Or
really? Catching? I'm surprised the ball players ain't out there fishing.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. I've seen them out there before. Yeah. People say it's really good fishing right there, and it's busy during the summer always.
Yeah. How long are they at the ballpark? Are they there all day, the players?
For a night game, they'll be in about 1:30.
What do they do? Just watch film and
that, work out. They have different meals. They have all these people that take care of them now. So, a couple different nutritionists.
Really?
Probably get
in the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea?
Hop
on over to the Lotta Pop
BP
store.
or batting practice season starts around.
it's still the AAA affiliate for the Cubs, right?
The most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel apple,
still have
kettle
one
corn,
more 5-minute
jalapeno
breakout.
cheddar cheese,
Yep.
birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for you.
I'll probably have Larry on the show next week too. He'll probably do the show with me from the booth, unless they want to sleep in. I don't blame him. I'd sleep in.
Long weekend, huh?
Long weekend. That's a long weekend.
Start Friday.
Yeah.
1350 ESPN.
Well, I saw you.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Herman's Fine Jewelers, 2900 University in West Des Moines. They've been helping people for 34 years all across the good old central Iowa area. 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. They got in-store jewelry repair, custom jewelry options always available. I got my elk ivory cross made there. I'll show everybody here on Facebook Live. That was my bull elk. See the cross? I can't take it off my chain, but I got that's something I'll carry with me, and then when I pass away, I'll give that to my son or my daughter, whoever wants it. But hey, Jeff Kerr, well, you don't sleep in, man. They'll help you out there. They got stuff going on. And hey, listen, if you got jewelry laying around that you just don't use anymore, take it in there and get you a new trolling motor or get you a new bow. You know, put it to good use. Get something out of it. They've been around so long. Chances are you're gonna get more for your treasure there at Herman's Fine Jeweler than you will any other jeweler. And they're just simply nice people. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. I don't ever have a problem telling you to go see my friends at Herman's Fine Jewelers. Oh, 844 and some change. I'm going to give one more pair of tickets away. 244-1350. 244-1350. You want to call in? Brian, going to Archery Field Sports to check out the new Omnia and Era tomorrow. Brian, go check them out, but don't buy it until the Deer Classic. Okay? There's a reason. Okay? Buy it at the Deer Classic and have Mark give you a receipt and come and see me because I got a special deal going on for you know what? I'll just tell everybody. I might as well just tell everybody because Brian, I don't want you to miss out on this. Hey, Roger, up in New York, how you doing? All right, so here's the deal. I want everybody in Iowa to take the shootability challenge, okay? And like Larry and I were talking about, buying a bow is a very personal thing. You want it to feel right. You want it to look good. You want to be happy with it. You want to have confidence in it. I'm confident enough that I've been shooting elites now for so long that if you go give it a try, I'm pretty confident you're going to like it, especially with the set technology and other features that we have that other bow companies don't. Now, there's some fine bow companies out there. I was with Matthews for 18 years, and you will never hear me say anything negative about a Matthews. Matthews are great bows. Bowtech's got great bows. But I just love the way the Elite has that set technology. I can tune broadheads better than I ever could before, and I don't ever have to do any shimming or anything with Camlean. That set technology does it for you. So go out to Archery Field and Sports or Sportsman's Warehouse and you take the shootability challenge at your nearest Elite dealer. But if you're going to buy one for the Deer Classic, buy one at Mark's, and you're going to want to bring the receipt to me. But it's got to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's got to be dated the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. And I will put you in this drawing because I'm doing something. If you buy a bow from Mark, you're going to get a $100 gift card from him. But you got a chance of winning something really nice. And I can't imagine more than 5, 6, 7 people is going to be buying an Elite buy. I don't think they'll sell more than that. I could be wrong. I hope so. I hope they sell 30. And if they do, then I'll put 2 of them in there. But I got something. Your odds of winning are pretty good. So we'll just leave it at that. So that's what we're doing. Do you have a call?
Yeah, we have Mike on the line.
Well, let's go say hi to Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Just working away.
All right, where are you working at?
Down at the wastewater treatment plant.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a crappy job, but someone's got to do it.
Hey, God bless you, man. That's all I can say.
We help you flush your toilet. So
yeah, absolutely. Hey, would you like to try to win a pair of classic tickets?
Sure.
You gonna go?
Absolutely. Lucas is coming in from Omaha, so that'll be a good time.
Oh, I know who this is now. I know who this is now. All right. You're welcome, Brian. Brian said he was planning on waiting. Thank you, Bri. Let's see. Mike, you want a turkey? Yeah, I want to give you a turkey question because we're talking turkeys.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I hope so.
Okay. Are you up on your turkey stuff?
Somewhat. I run and gun them. Because I don't have a lot of time to sit out there.
Hey, listen, I don't care if you use a gun or bow or whatever. If it's legal, get out there and hunt. That's all I care about.
Oh yeah, I love doing it. It's fun.
What is a good locator call to use for turkeys during the afternoon?
An owl call, a hoot call.
Okay, during the afternoon.
A crow.
Well, I'm asking you during the afternoon. I wouldn't use an owl hooter in the afternoon because you don't usually hear owls hooting in the afternoon, right?
Well, you don't. I have had them sound off before on that.
Yeah.
I've used a crow. Crows work.
Well, between the two, which one you think I'm thinking of?
Well, the crow.
Okay. That would be the answer I was looking for. Congratulations.
Thanks.
We'll call you after the show.
Sounds good.
All right, come by the booth and say hi.
Will do.
Thank you. Tell everybody hi for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Hey.
What?
Keep doing your job.
You bet I will.
See you later, pal.
All right, bye.
There he goes. There goes Mike. Shiloh, gobble call if it's legal. Well, here's the thing, Shiloh. A gobble call will get them to gobble, a shot gobble, but I wouldn't be running a gobble call, especially on public ground, unless you know where you're at and who's around you. But most people say to use an owl hooter early in the morning when it's still dark, or when it's getting dusk. That's when you normally hear owls fire off, right? During the afternoon, a peacock call or a crow call is usually what people will fire up at. So 8:49 and some change. Let me take another quick break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting
That peacock call is crazy call. That peacock?
Yeah.
Like a peacock? Yeah.
Very high pitch, right?
Yeah. That's really not even it.
You think? Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
Oh, what?
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in Ames, Iowa, and what they can do for you. I just got my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they did an amazing job. Yeah, yeah, people use that, believe it or not. I was hunting in Kansas 2 years ago, and I heard that. I go, what was that? That was not a turkey. And then I sat there, and I heard it again. I'm going, okay, that's driving me crazy. That sounds like a peacock. And I got out. We were done hunting. Got in the truck, drove down a quarter mile down the road. They had a peacock in their front yard. It's crazy. Or go online to chasedecals.com and start planning your campaign. Shiloh, I'm not picking on you, buddy.
Hey, students.
Crow, I was looking for a crow call or a peacock call.
Well, if you are, have you ever thought
You're
about
good.
using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that if you
I never will forget when I was in Minnesota and them stupid loons were calling back at me.
A lot of them up there.
I was like, what is going on? I'm sorry. You know?
They have a beautiful sound too, but it's not what you're looking for.
No, that.
It's relaxing in the summer when you hear them.
I love loons, man. They're just the neatest call. But when you're yelping,
that's not what you want. I love that.
You don't want to hear that answering you.
I love that sound.
On many an occasion, I've been camping in the Adirondacks.
5 seconds here.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. During the break, I was talking to, hey, Rick, what's going on, Shiloh? And was talking to Rick, and who else was I yelping at? Brian and Roger, my buddy up in New York. So when I was up in Minnesota a couple years ago, I was up by Leech Lake, and I'm on private ground right next to the lake, but there's turkeys piled up in there. So I'm sitting there, and this is what I hear. When you got loons calling you back, there's a problem. I just started laughing. It's like, really? So I waited half an hour. Yeah, that loon was in love with me, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Onyx has got 20% off if you use the code OCR20. If you go to onyxmaps.com/hunt on their website, and you need to renew, I'm telling you, Onyx has got some great stuff right now. The base layers, you can go in there and mark trails that you never could before. You can use it on your CarPlay, plug it into your truck or your vehicle, and you can actually go and use it as a traveling system. You can go and locate different spots, mark them. You can do all this other crazy stuff with Onyx that you never could before. So I can save you 20% off, do it. I'm just trying to help you out. But you got to go to the website to use it, OCR20. But go check them out. Jones Brothers Taxidermy, 515-249-4362. My deer's done. I got to go. He's already got my Iowa deer done. Wow. I got to go get my buck. I'll do that today or tomorrow. That was fast. I think he probably had sent the wrong hide to the tannery, because usually it takes a year to get stuff back.
Way ahead of time.
Oh, I know. I love it when that happens in my favor.
3 months or so?
I shot him October.
4 months.
November, December, January.
So pretty good.
That's. Trust me, there was a fluke in there somewhere. Already planned. All right, somebody just. What was that? Shot. What decoys you use on your setup? 1 a hen, 2 hen. Skippy, good morning, Skippy. I'll see you next weekend, buddy. Skippy's in Green Bay right now. Shiloh, I always use 3 hens and a Jake. I'll use a feeding hen, an alert hen, and a breeding hen, and then I'll take my Jake strutter and I'll put that breeding hen right underneath him, like he's going to breed her. And that's my setup. And as the season goes, I'll take a Jake and a hen. Or I'll take 2 hens. I'll change it up, because as the season gets going, I don't use the same setups as I do early. Because a lot of times them toms they're sick of fighting. So a lot of times if you just use a single hen, that'll work for you. But every situation's a little bit different. I had a group of guineas that wouldn't leave the decoy. It annoyed me for quite a while in Nebraska. My buddy Wade at a live action decoy said. Well, that's not good, them guineas. How about them guineas? How about those guineas? Oh, man. Dustin, thanks for coming in and doing the show today.
You bet. A lot of fun as always.
Appreciate you taking care of Andrew's job for me.
Yep. Let me know next time that he's volunteering.
Well, you're welcome back anytime. You're welcome back anytime. Nice to know somebody cares enough to do their job. I'm teasing. Andrew's doing a handicap wheelchair basketball tournament.
I believe
that's way more important than doing this show right now.
He's a good guy, that's for sure.
Oh, we love Andrew. He's like my second kid. That is going to wrap it up for this week. I know each bird seems to be different, and at least that's exactly right, Shiloh. Every bird's going to have a different mannerism or behavior to them. So you got it right on the money, buddy. Hey, we got to get out of here. We'll see you next week at the Deer Classic. Come by, booth 905. Please come by and say hi. Larry and I would love to see you, and we'll talk to you soon. Until then, be good to one another. Bye! All right, everybody, that's going to do it. I will talk with you soon. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, have a great weekend. And I will talk with you on Wednesday right here on Facebook Live and the Outdoor Call Radio app. Till next time, have a great weekend. See you, everybody. Thank you for spending the morning with me.